Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to some more Entropia content. Man, I gotta get some oil for my fucking wheels of my chair. It squeaks like crazy. Just realized that. I'm like, what was that noise I kept hearing in the recording? I'm like, oh, it's my fucking chair. And you know you've been eating too much during the lockdown when your chair's like... Alright, so today's episode, before I rant and rave like a lunatic and not even play Entropia, I'll get to some crafting. So then I can start ranting. Now, I hope everyone's doing well. Appreciate everyone watching my videos, and especially the people leaving comments. That's really cool. Now, there are some people that mentioned the big event that's going on Calypso. Come on, get shit done. There we go. Alright, now hopefully no globals will interrupt my discussion. Now, some players are posting that they're on that big event on Calypso, and I asked them how the lag was doing, like any lag issues or whatnot. There's a lot of people on Calypso. And then a few people responded that, yeah, there's a whole bunch of people on Calypso, pretty much everyone, and it's causing a bunch of lag. So I was like, I don't know if I'm really going to go to Calypso now hearing that. It's kind of tempting, but... No, usually when everyone goes to Calypso is the time that I like to go other places. I'm just a rebel like that. Now, I think it was the last big event that was going on Calypso is when, what's his name, Andrew, one of my buddies, Entropian friends on Facebook, he was posting some information on how to get oil from different rigs in the game. I was like, shit, I'm going to try this while everyone's on Calypso. So I went to the other planet, started collecting some oil. I was fucking raking in like 20 ped a day. I'm like, fuck, I love these events on Calypso. Get the hell out of here, everybody. Now, I shouldn't say that because a lot of times I'm going on and on about how good it is to interact with other players. Not ditch them to go get oil. Yeah, so maybe that's what I'll do, is I'll swing by Calypso, check out the event, get a video done there for one day. But maybe, I'm not sure how long I'll stay. If a whole bunch of people are meeting up with me buying mankinis, then I'll probably stay on Calypso quite a while. Although I'm pretty sure I can't even trade them. And I do have bikinis for sale, but only 2. And the only place you can find them is in my shops. Or on Calypso auction, probably. But anyways, if you want to help my shops out, sales-wise, then you can just check out the description below, and it's got a whole bunch of things saying where my shops are. Hell, I'll bring it up while I'm talking. One stall is Crunk's stall, and that's on Rocktropia, the Camp Crunk. And FOMA Shop 27, and you need to take the teleporter E, I believe, to get there. And Crunk Stall 2, to find Crunk, or Camp Crunk, it's not one of the regular TPs that comes with Rocktropia, so you'll have to unlock it. Let me see. Ah, fuck off. Got a goddamn fly buzzing on my arm while I'm trying to hold the fucking lid to my fucking weed grinder while I'm running a fucking podcast. God. Alright, where was I? Yeah, I think first things first, I'm gonna have to kill this fucking fly. Now I'm gonna have to find out where the flies are getting into my room. There must be a hole in one of the window screens. Now I've been consistently killing about 2 flies a day, then they're gone. So, these flies' days are numbered. Fuck, just as I say that, he buzzes right next to my head. I find usually if you clap a lot near flies, they're like, holy fuck, we should get the hell away from here. Because really, one of those claps comes near them, they're thunderfucked. Tiger! Alright, so yeah, that's where Camp Crunk is on the map. Here I could be getting globals, and we can't even see it because I'm blocking it. Holy fuck, I got a 52 peck one. That was pretty good. Was that click number 55? Sometimes I try to remember which click it was that was good, and then start boosting the meter around when that time comes again. Like say I'll go to another crafting terminal and around click 50 I'll start boosting it a bit. Here, let's check. See if we got any blueprints yet. If I had to guess, no. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Has anyone noticed this, or is this just me, or is this a recent occurrence? Like, getting blueprints from Monria is very rare. Like, normally when I do a 1,000 click run, I get 1 or 2 blueprints every 100 clicks. So I'm approaching, well, I'm going to be approaching the 2,000 click mark, and I'll have gotten 2 prints. So that's 10 times worse, right? Or maybe my math is off on that, but it's like 2 prints for every 100 clicks or 2 prints for every 1,000 clicks. I think that's 10 times worse. Now, I shouldn't say other planets are always giving me 2 blueprints 100 clicks. Sometimes I get 4, sometimes I get 1. But to get 0, that's pretty rare. I don't know, maybe it's something to do with the crafting on Monria. I bet you that's what it is. They took a certain amount of the loot pool, put it towards the loot revenue from the what is it, the skills you get as a reward. So what we would normally be getting as blueprints went to skill loot. That's maybe my theory to it. Anyone else have a theory as what's going on with Monria crafting? And I was hoping something exciting will happen today, so I can make it the title of the video. Alright, let crafting run continue. Sorry, I just got interrupted there. Now I've also been trying to kill this fly. Ooh, 22 peck. And this is pretty nice. I've noticed this crafting terminal in these towers seems a little bit better than that main hub. Maybe everyone's been using that main hub too much and they've tapped it out of all the good loot. Now, to be honest, my room is a lot hotter today, so I'm already cooking. Man, that's annoying. I was wondering why my fucking room was so boiling hot. I looked and the window was closed. It was cool the whole evening. I could have filled my room with cold air. It was fucking closed. Nah, I don't know if it's just the memory issues lately, but I've been having a lot of really annoying things happen lately. Like today, I didn't have one of my files on my hard drive. I'm like, oh yeah, it was on my old hard drive. So I'll just log onto my website and get it from my image archive. I have a whole section of my website dedicated to sharing all my images. I logged onto my website today, and not only could I not find the image, but the entire section of my website that shows images is just gone. Not only is like the links not broken or anything, it's like every trace of the link ever existing is gone. So I'm thinking, man, that's really weird. Did I forget deleting my entire photo archive and removing it all from my website? Sure hope not. The only reason I'm skeptical of that is there's absolutely no reason why I would ever do that. I spent months building that photo archive, and then weeks and weeks organizing each picture to make sure everything was displayed correctly on my website. And then just to log in and find out that none of it even existed. I was like, what the fuck? That's pretty weird. So I'm hoping it's just my memory, or I guess, like, what else could happen? Someone hacked into my website and deleted the entire field and everything I had. Like, I even had at the banner, you know, at the top of a banner, you have like all the different links you can click. The one that said photo isn't even there. It's gone, and there's just a space where it used to be. So I'm like, what the fuck? I guess hackers got into my website and deleted all my shit. Which is weird. It is just a Weebly website, so maybe it could just be hackers. Just seems a weird thing to hack. Like, why would you hack someone's website and delete all their pictures? So anyways, I was able to find the way around it. I'm just like, fuck it, I'll have to go to my old computer and boot up that hard drive and copy the files fucking manually. So I got the pictures back. I'm thinking maybe that's a good sign too, is I should redo my website. I haven't done it in a few years, and I'll include all some new gaming content to it. Not just ancient mystery stuff. I don't know, has anyone else noticed that? Like, weird shit happening lately? I don't know what it is. It's like the Matrix is all fucked up. The holodeck is getting some fucking issues. Oh, there was a really good movie about that, I see it. About how there was a planet simulation going, and a lot of people didn't realize that they were on a planet simulation, even though the planet simulation was like paused every night, and like programmers would come in and make sure that all the simulation stuff was correct. Sometimes they would move shit around. Then after they were done, they would leave and then turn the simulation back on again. And they'd be like, would any people in the simulation notice that when it paused, shit got moved around? Yeah, does anyone remember what that movie was called? I think it was Dark City or something like that. Now, that's one thing about Entropia. It's like, I noticed, like, as an Entropian, you start to get used to, like, interacting in a virtual universe, like an actual universe simulation. So you start to see patterns and stuff that happen all the time in universe simulations. Then you turn off Entropia and you go interact with people in real life, and then you start noticing these same patterns occurring that you were noticing at Entropia. You're like, holy shit, it's like a lot of the stuff that we experience in our planet is almost exactly the same as a simulation. Like, what do I mean by that? Like, in a lot of cases, we have our Entropia universe. There's like this giant map of space, but we can only really go so far, even though it's theoretically possible that this Entropia space expands forever and ever. We can't actually go into it. And that's like a lot of our space and Earth. It's like we've had a space program for over 50 years, except we always stay here. It's almost like, for some reason, we're being herded to stay here. It's like, oh, don't leave. It's like, sure, there's this big space out there, but you can't actually go out into it. I know, it's very conspiratorial and a very dangerous conspiracy to boot. I think it's even worse than Flat Earth in a way. But one of the biggest researchers I know about it is a scientist or an academic, and he fucking even admits, like, yeah, this theory is like, it's just a theory, it's not actual. It's like believing in Santa Claus type theories. To simulate or to postulate a universe simulation is just a theory. Not many people actually believe it. Alright, get this crafting going again. Sorry, just another roommate distraction. Yeah, what I was getting at is the similarities between Entropia, or noticing how Entropian holographic universe simulation programming code is actually noticeable in our own universe. I know, who is it? Jim Elvidge writes a really good book on it called The Universe Solved. And he has a part 2 to it called too, but I can't remember the name of that book. So maybe if anyone wants to Amazon book, search Jim Elvidge and holographic universe theories. Now, another one he proposes is the monitor situation. Like, if you look at a computer monitor, the resolution only goes so far. Like, if you squint really good, eventually you see the pixels, then you can see the empty space in between the pixels. Ah, there we go. I'm just doing a couple drips of cannabis vapor oil into a dry bowl. Ooh. Now what I like about cannabis vapor oil is it's great doing vaporizer hoots of it, but you need something to drip it into. It's like, you know, some people will drip oil into like ash and then light it and take a hoot from it. So the solution I found to my vaporizer device is once you vaporize a bowl of weed, the bowl is still filled with weed. It's just dry. There's no moisture in it anymore. It's been vaporized all out. But what you can do after that is just take a drip of the vapor oil, put it in the bowl. Perfect sponge. Now before, what I was doing earlier this week was just combining the two, the weed and the vapor oil, but I found it was a waste because the weed tastes amazing, vapor oil tastes amazing, but when you mix the two you just taste the oil. So you're missing that amazing weed taste. So I figured I'd do it in stages. This way I just vaporize the weed first, enjoy it, and then drip the bowl of oil onto it, or hit of oil on after. It's a nice combo. See all the vapor from this? Pure vapor oil. The bowl of weed was already dead. No, man, the hoots from vapor oil are a little bit deceptive. It's like, it's a very smooth oil, and very like, it's not dried out because it's oil. So it tastes very smooth. I caught the fly. Well, how was that? A no-look catch. Just whoosh. Should I release him outside? I guess I'll release him outside instead of crushing him. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, good news, bad news. Good news, I released the fly outside. Bad news, I don't think he's going to make it. I noticed when I let him out of my hand, he didn't really fly away, he just fell to the ground. I'm pretty sure either he's unconscious or I crushed him. Now that's the one thing, I used to train a lot with like martial arts. Well, not used to, been training since I was like 5. And anyways, I always laughed at that Dragon Ball episode about the Ultra Instinct and how you could catch things or move your muscles without even looking. I was like, that's not really that outlandish. It's like, really, you just program your body with muscle memory. Muscle memory is the same thing as Ultra Instinct. The only thing that I'm a little bit confused is how my muscle memory can aim without me looking. Like how I reach and catch things without actually looking. Like it happened to me a number of times where I'm like walking somewhere and something will fall out of my pocket and muscle memory will just go to catch it, and I'll catch it and then look in my hand. I'll be like, wait a minute, I caught something but I wasn't even looking in that direction. It's like, what the fuck? It's a little bit fucked up. I wonder how many athletes do that, right? Like I kind of wish I was an NHL goaltender, because being able to catch things without even seeing them, that's a pretty good skill. I'm sure it is just random coincidence, maybe. I was just randomly catching behind me and happened to catch the fly. But how many times really did I reach behind me there? Maybe, probably less than 100 attempts. Just like, whoosh! Got him! Oh god, I feel sorry for killing flies. They're only trying to survive. I feel extra bad too when it's those flies that don't even bite you. So it's like, really, they're just trying to lick the salt off your skin so they can live. And I'm killing them for it. It's my salt. Alright, back to Entropia stuff. Yeah, so there's other areas in Entropia that I noticed that it almost interacts with real life. Like, you ever notice the eugenicists, or not eugenicists, those futuristic people who think they can live forever? What is that called? Where they try to keep themselves alive in machines? Sort of like the never die philosophy, that eventually artificial intelligence, like, we'll be able to bank our human consciousness into a computer, stay alive forever. So that sort of thing. So it's like, really, they're almost getting to the point where they want to upload people's consciousness into a virtual universe. I was like, well, that's kind of what we already have in Entropia. All of our consciousness are in there, but we're just transmitting it through the keyboard and the mouse and all that shit. Oh, blueprint! Basic bearings. I'm pretty sure that blueprint is useless, but hey, a blueprint. I like it. See? The creators of Monria are like, hey, what are you talking about, man? We give them blueprints. Don't you see them? It only took fucking 284 clicks. Now let's stop it and take a look. Because I know I wasn't paying attention the whole time. Here I could be bitching and there might be a 50,000 Hall of Fame right next to me. No, still only 5 ped. 1 blueprint though. That's an improvement. Things are looking up. Alright, what was I going to do? Oh yeah, I was checking the successes. We have 329, so still a ways to go. Let's go try the other tower. I'm pretty sure I've milked this tower for all of its prints. See-through. I'm pretty sure this is the one that I had 2 shops on. I was 2 shops on one floor, or tower, and then 1 shop on the other tower. Then I sold 1 shop, and I was like, holy shit, I made a lot of money off that sale, so I sold the second shop. Same deal. I think maybe at one point I did let one of the shops go cheap. So just to say, anyone who bought a shop off me, someone did get a good deal, I think. It was at one point I was trying to get money out of the game to impress some chick. It didn't work. Another situation, trying too hard. Fuck! Will I ever learn? Yeah, there's that chick with the nice mask. Now, it is a pretty wild theory, I know, but the holographic universe simulation. Not even trying to say that our universe is like an electronic simulation. I think more than likely it'd be like a biological computer, similar how the engine on Star Trek Voyager ran on like biological warp drive rather than a mechanical one. I think it was Voyager, or was it another ship? Maybe it's a different Star Trek. Anyone want to correct me on that one too? I'm sure there's a few Star Trek fans. As shitty as Star Trek has gone in the past decade or so, like, I loved Star Trek right up until it hit Star Trek Voyager. I was still loving it, but then it ended. I was like, fuck. It's like I wanted Voyager to continue. That's why when they had this new Picard show and 7 and 9 was in it, I was like, I don't fucking care what they do. I'm gonna love this no matter what. 7 and 9 is back. It's like they turned her into a murdering lesbian, but that was kind of fucked up. But other than that, I was like, at least she's back. And the whole Star Trek thing wasn't a little fucked up how the writers wanted to write in naked characters at the end of the series, and they put in a naked Picard rather than a naked 7 of 9. So I don't know, like, maybe it's like a stretch, but I'm pretty sure most people would have rathered the naked 7 of 9. It's just me, I don't know. Maybe I could be way off on that one. That naked Picard scene, it was almost like Mr. Burns, right? He was like, I was like, oh god. It's like, what am I watching? I don't know which was worse, the fucking eye surgery or the naked Picard. It was like a pretty good tie there. Worst things I've ever seen in my life. Now, I'm sure Picard's probably like looking at naked pictures of me saying, what the fuck are you laughing at? At least he's skinny. No, I don't have any naked pictures of me online, but maybe that'll be a future update for the Patriots. If there's any demand. Yeah, I was going to take some skinny dipping pictures in the pool. I couldn't find any skinny. Now, I shouldn't make fun of myself about putting on too much weight in the lockdown. I actually made a lot of progress beforehand. I made it right down to 175, and my goal was 165, so it was like 10 pounds away. And I started at 230, so it was quite the draw. No, but now I'm all the way back to over 200. I think around the 210 mark. So I really got to fucking turn things around back in the right direction. That's why I'm hoping I can maybe do a video series out of it to try to give myself extra motivation. Like, I know a lot of times when you're trying to do something in Entropia or real life or anything, if you have people watching you, it's like more motivation. Like, hey, I should get it done. Everyone's counting on me. But if you have no motivation or no one watching you as accountability, it almost makes it harder to do, because then you're only cheating yourself. It's like, that should be the main motivation, but I'm surprised how much other people watching motivates you. It's like the whole Santa Claus philosophy, right? That's why we tell kids that, trying to convince them people are always watching them to make it easier for them to make good moral decisions. No, I was thinking about the whole Borg philosophy in Entropia. Like, Entropia is pretty cool that when you're controlling my avatar, say, live in the game, I can get, like, this chat going in the side feature of the live stream. And it's like everyone watching my avatar. And they can be like, hey, do this, do that, different advice and shit, right? And then I can take that advice in real time and change how my avatar is interacting in the universe. So really that is kind of like the Borg, right? Like how the Borg would tell you what to do, the collective. And then each one of the drones in the collective would just do the collective will, listening to all of its subscribers. So I was thinking, can you imagine in the future, like our real life, not just in Entropia, that we adapt the same principle? Where, say, I build my channel on YouTube to the point where I have an audience the size of PewDiePie's, like fucking how many ever millions or billions, whatever. So when he's doing a live stream, technically PewDiePie, being he's a millionaire, billionaire, whatever, he can fucking afford a really good data plan, right? Like probably the best data plan in the world. So he can upload and download data, lightning speeds, right to his cell phone, infinite fucking connection speeds. So anyways, once he has that, he's like, oh, I'm walking around with a network cable to the internet that allows me to access all my viewers, similar to the Borg, right? So what he has to do at this point is also, like, I even have this device. I don't know if I got it kicking around. Ah, I just kicked my desk really good. Yeah, maybe this is it. Here's the case for it. The question is, did I put it back in the case? Yes. Here I have a Insta360 video camera. And basically how this works is it has cameras on both sides, so it can generate VR. Like, whoever's looking through this camera can record VR. But Samsung released an interesting feature with this, a Borg feature. Now, how it works, I don't know, I'm pretty sure most people didn't realize it. But once you take a 360 video camera and, say, mount it to the top of your head, like on a hat or a helmet or something, and you have it hooked up to your cell phone, and then your cell phone is broadcasting the signal to YouTube and live stream. And it even comes with the Samsung software so that you can broadcast live 360, so VR live. So technically, once you're wearing a 360 VR helmet live, everyone who logs in as a viewer can start to see everything you see in 360 VR. So not only are your viewers connected to you like the Borg Collective, but they're literally putting on helmets and seeing everything you see. Not only can they see everything you see, but they can see things behind you in real time. So they could be like, hey, duck! And then the guy would duck, and then someone attacking him from behind, you'd be like, oh, thanks, viewers. Right? So isn't that the neat future of how we can sort of predict what's going to happen by looking at Entropia and comparing it to real life and things that are to come? Now, I really like Gene Roddenberry and all his predictions for the future and how almost 99% of them came to pass. So I think we could do that sort of stuff again. We should get people to like visionize or sort of theorize what the future technologies will be. And that'll sort of lay the foundations of stuff we'll actually work on. So that's really the question. Did Gene Roddenberry predict future inventions, or did people watch his predictions and then work on making that technology a reality? Right, while I think about that question, we'll get a quick message from the sponsor. And before I do that, stop this crafting run, because I don't want to switch scenes and have a global. Today's show is brought to you by Crack. Crack. It'll fuck you up. Alright, welcome back everyone. Geez, I almost feel like a professional when I change it to the right scene. Alright, how is this crafting run going? We got 373 and we're halfway through today's episode. Do you think we can pull it off? Want to place your bets? Now I was thinking that show, what was it, MXC? I don't know if anyone used to watch that. It was like this Asian game show. Maybe not Asian, well, yeah, I think it was. I was thinking India for a sec, but they just had a lot of guests on from all over the world. And anyways, well, I guess is India even part, technically Asia? Anyways. Yeah, so MXC was a really funny show, and yeah, I liked it. Forgot where I was going with that. Well, let's check the results of this crafting run. See how it's been going. So far we have 2 ped. That's not so bad for 100 clicks. Must be I had a few 70 or 80 cent ones. Oh, it's 120. My math is way off. Surprise, surprise. Now, if I'm ever giving you advice that involves math, or pretty much anything, I would double check it. Alright, I just got a call, so I'll be back. Hopefully I just have to take my uncle to the washroom. Alright, I'm back everybody. Now I was just having to take my uncle to the washroom, and luckily he's not in too bad of a mood today. Instead of fighting it the whole way, he was just a little bit upset at first, but once he took a few steps, he was motivated to make it. And that's the thing in life, sometimes people just need that initial nudge to get going, right? Oh, a bird pushes you out of the nest. It's like either you learn to fly or you die. Now, to be fair to the birds, I don't think they can die usually from the height they push them out from. Let's hope not. Yeah, is anyone having luck in that big event? Maybe when I come by to the event, will some people be in it? I should come to a certain area, swing by and say hi. No, it's just my neighbor's kids outside, I think, so might as well close the window. I don't want to overwhelm them with the smell of my vaporizer. Well, there's one nice thing about vaporizing. It does tend to have a less of an odor because nothing's burning. There's no smoke billowing anywhere, it's just vapor that dissolves in a few seconds. Well, this vaporizer is kind of strange in how it almost looks like smoke. Huh? Like you'd almost never guess that it was vapor and not actual burn. Compared to like your traditional volcano vaporizer, where you can't really see the exhale. Even the cloud in the bag usually isn't that thick, right? Now, I'm not totally against the company that makes the volcano vaporizer, because that's actually part of mine, is the same company, but from the Plenty edition. They have the volcano line of vaporizers, they also have the Plenty vaporizers. I've never actually tried the Plenty, but I seen the cooling coil they used, and I was like, shit, I want to use that cooling coil. So I ordered thousands of them. They're fucking expensive too. Or I shouldn't say I ordered 1,000 of them, I think I ordered a couple hundred. Now I was going to use them for my vaporizer and release it, but now I can't sell it, so now I got all these cooling coils. So if anyone needs a Plenty cooling coil, just give me a shout. I think they retail between 20 and 30 bucks, depending which country you're in, currency conversion. When I ordered them in bulk, I got a slight discount, but the discount was kind of pointless now because I can't even use them. Now I'm pretty sure the way things have been going in the world, prices went up on a lot of stuff, so that cooling coil might even be an extra 10 bucks now. So maybe eventually the longer I keep them in storage, one day I'll be able to sell them for like double what I paid. Alright, I'm back. I think that's the 6th time my roommates have interrupted today's recording. I think yesterday's recording was about 4 or 5, so it's a new record. For fuck's sakes, man, it's so annoying. I can hardly wait to get my own place again. No, I got some good news. While I was waiting for my roommates to leave and stop making noise, someone was posting that they have the Yog pet for sale. Here, I'll hit construct so it fucking starts up again. Yeah, so anyways, they were posting that it has some buffs that help you with stuff. So I was going to open it and see if it says it anywhere. No, it doesn't say anything. But it says here, the Yog hatchling pet, 10% excavation reload speed unlock. So I don't know if that's really true. But looking at the pet itself, I don't think it said it anywhere that it does that. Huh. So kind of interesting. It's tempting to get that pet. Wonder how much it sells for, did it say? Maybe I'll ask him, see what he says. Anyone want to guess how much this pet goes for? The one thing I really hate about how Entropia did, or Mindark did the pet system, is they didn't put any fucking markup value. I don't know if that was like something to like, hey, let's fuck everyone over when it comes to selling pets. So there's no way to determine what the price is. It's like everything else in the game has markup. Why the fuck don't pets? I don't know, if anyone wants to start a petition, I think that'd be a good thing to petition. It's like, hey Mindark, what the fuck? Put some Mindark or some markup values. I don't know if they didn't do it because pets go in different levels, so it's the same thing with blueprints. You could have a markup, but it wouldn't really match what its actual value is. Alright, got a response. Let's see how much the Yog pet is. Now I was thinking that'd be cool, because when I was getting into owning shops, I'm like, great, I can sell pets. It'll be neat to have a whole bunch of pets up for sale. And you put pets for sale, no one really wants to buy them because no one knows how much they're worth. There's no fucking markup. Ooh. Yeah, so it's 150 ped for it. That's kind of interesting, because I'm pretty sure I could tame one of these myself for under a ped. Right, so I don't really have enough ped right now to be spending that much on those. I thought I had 400 ped. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, where did I spend 30 ped? And I'm like, oh yeah, I just bought these fucking nano cubes. Yeah, so that's the deal that I got going now. I might start taming these hatchling pets. I wonder, has anyone seen them on Monria? If you want to comment. Maybe post a location of where you can catch these pets. That'd be sick. Now, I've never gotten into whipping, but I've actually owned the print to make one of the most, well, yeah, it's one of the most rare whips that's unlimited in the game. But I haven't used the print because it's worth so much. I'm tempted just to resell it after keeping it a few years. I don't know, maybe Calypso or Mindark in general, or Entropia, they might start releasing more copies of the print. But until they do, I think mine's still pretty rare. If anyone wants to see what print I'm talking about, I won it in Crafting Mania. You can just check out in the archive. It's one of my first videos. Maybe third or fourth video. Oh yeah, and lately at the end, I think I figured out how to get the playlist. So if you want to see all my Entropia videos, just click the playlist at the end. Oh yeah, and I noticed that no one has signed up as affiliate for Entropia partners yet. That's the one link that no one has, but I got some for Hideout, Swagbucks, pretty much all the other offers. And it's a little disappointing because I think Entropia Partners is really the best one. So if anyone wants to do that, or maybe I fucked up when I was checking my affiliate links. Maybe someone already did sign up to it. Because I noticed someone was asking they'd never heard of Entropia Partners. So I was pretty sure they were going to sign up and check it out. And if they did, please use my link. No, really, if you guys can help support my show, some of the money is eventually going to go to making the show better. Including probably my own studio / pool house. No, don't worry, I don't anticipate you guys paying for me to build a pool house. I've been saving my ass off trying to get it. I was actually going to build it up north, and then I'm like, shit man, I might as well just build it here. Up north is nice, but I was thinking it doesn't have enough people. But now with the whole other situation, yeah, we'll see where I end up building this. That was nice. I was like, hey, I need to get a drink because I'm losing my voice. Where's my drink? I fucking took it and carried it away. Oh. Man, I really don't like the drink I'm drinking today. It tastes like shit. Not that I know what shit tastes like. Holy shit, we're getting close to the end of the crafting run, and we're not doing too bad on time on the video. So if people want to know how long it takes for me to finish the explosive projectile print run on Monria, I think it's about 2 hours, because 2 show recordings. Probably maybe an hour and a half, because I delay quite a bit. Too much talking. I don't know if you can tell, but with the windows closed, my room is quickly turned into a sauna again. I'm like fucking just soaked in sweat. It's pretty disgusting. These are the kind of temperatures that really hinder my workouts because I'm like, shit, I'm already at the temperature where I can barely move. Any extra calorie burning is just going to make me get even hotter and risk heat stroke. Fuck, it almost makes me miss winter in a way. Now that'd be the nice thing, once I get my pool house built, not only will I be able to just stream non-stop without any interruptions, but I'll also have fucking windows and I'll be on the other end of the property, so far away from all the kids and all the other neighbors. It'd be like a dream come true. Really, I think I'm getting close to actually having the material money. The only thing I have to do is a whole bunch of legal work for getting building permits. Oh, and all the prep work. I gotta fucking carry a whole bunch of wood. No, where I'm planning on building the pool house is where our wood pile is now. So if I go to even begin, I have to restack the entire wood pile somewhere else. And then fucking finish cutting down some trees, and then clean out the whole corner. Get it ready for a cement pad. Yeah, if anyone's near Toronto, wants to help volunteer to put in a cement pad, could really use help. Well, it's actually, I'm lucky because a lot of my friends are Portuguese and they actually have connections with concrete and the fucking whole construction industry. The only thing is, even their prices are pretty high. It's like, I guess a lot of stuff these days is going up. Alright, getting within 50 successes for finishing this crafting run. Alright, so if anyone wants to get a pet, make sure to check out that person. I should have kept it open long enough so I could remember to read their name. See what it was. Yeah, it was Morningstar, and she was selling those pets for 150, I think she said. So make sure you show her some love. She was helping out, giving me that. Could be a guy and I'm just calling her Morningstar a girl. Sorry if I misgendered you. I don't know, Star always sounds like a girl's name to me. Now I was planning on checking if I could spawn it on foreign planets, and wherever I was clicking there fucked everything. Yeah, at level 7 you can spawn it on foreign planets. Yeah, I hope Entropia gets this whole foreign planet shit sorted out. Yeah, isn't that another situation where Entropia is very similar to real life's universe simulation? It's like real life, we get all these fuck-ups where cultures clash, all the different communities can't agree on clothing standards. Then you look into Entropia and the same thing happened. Everyone was fighting over different women's clothing and men's clothing and what's deemed acceptable, or acceptable. What's deemed accessible and acceptable. Now, it's one of those things, though, if you, like, buy a red car, then you're like, holy shit, there's red cars everywhere, just because you're looking for red cars. So maybe that's why. If I believe too much in that a universe simulation could exist, that I start seeing it everywhere. Oh yeah, the whole monitor thing, I don't know if I finished that. Yeah, so if you look at a monitor, it's like you see big gaps, empty space. If you look in really close between the pixels, then you look at real life, scientists zoom in, what do they see in atoms? Big gaps of empty space. They're trying to figure out why everything is nothing. I don't know, maybe there's some recent developments in the construction of atoms. Maybe it isn't empty space anymore with new research, but last time I checked, that's how it was. So that's another instance where both are very similar situations. Alright, we're coming down to the end. 10-minute show mark, and only about 30 more successful clicks to go. Now I think I heard my roommates going up and down the stairs again, but I'm pretty sure it was to the other floor, thank God. Now I hope they never watch the show. They'll be like, you bastard, you're so mean about us. I'm trying to be respectful. Now in the ideal world, wouldn't we all live in like fucking 2,000 square foot mansions and no one had to live with anyone? So everyone would have their own private gym inside. Our own fucking virtual reality holodecks. I was thinking, imagine picturing Entropia in the distant future, how we'll be playing it. Like, what is the next engine that MindArc will switch the game to? Like, we've already switched engines once, so we're probably going to switch again one day. Has anyone ever heard talk about maybe switching Entropia to an updated engine? I was thinking when you crank up the graphics settings, it actually does still look pretty amazing, so maybe there is no reason to switch. Neverdie had the whole thing where he got it into VR. I was thinking VR is kind of like 80s technology. It's a step in the wrong direction. Like, I got VR for PlayStation 4, VR PS4 Pro, and it's okay for gaming, but I prefer just watching movies, like travel videos when they show you places like New York City in 8K. It's pretty amazing. But to actually like play games, I'm pretty sure I want the future gaming to go to holograms. So we're not going to be doing VR for much longer, maybe augmented reality or actual holograms. And people are thinking, oh, actual holograms are way off, but it's not true. They're actually developing coffee tables, and the coffee tables, as long as you don't put anything on them, will project images of holograms above them. So you could have like a soccer match on TV, and it would be the same dimensions as watching it like on your TV or on your coffee table. It would just put like the soccer game up in the air above the hockey or the coffee table. So I was thinking that'd be kind of neat if holograms is the future of Entropia. Wouldn't that, I don't know, would you want to play Entropia on a hologram? It's like you'd be sitting in your living room and looking at your avatar, and he'd be walking around above your coffee table. And everything around your coffee table would start to look like your environment in Entropia. That would be kind of sick. I don't know, they show the augmented reality thing, but it's the same as VR, how you have to wear something. I'm like, fuck. I have to wear enough stuff during other situations that I don't want to wear more. Get your mind out of the gutter. I was talking about masks. I don't know what you guys were thinking. No, because like wearing all this other stuff does sort of take out the feel of actual reality. Right, after today's episode, I'm going to be going outside mowing my lawn. Been doing a whole bunch of shit around the house today too. Trying to get everything cleaned up because really, I was disappointed that the whole lockdown situation was ending because I promised myself I'd get so much stuff done around the house. And I fucking barely got any of it done. I was just lazy and sitting around playing video games. Eating. So I'm going to have to try to reverse a lot of the behavior and try to finish everything that I actually promised myself I would get done. Since we got this bad situation, apparently everything's going to lock down again. Now, I was tempted to jump the gun and take up all these cheap travel deals, but I had a feeling everything was going to re-lock down again. No, was it that fucking horrible thing that's happening to the elephants? They're starting to wonder if there's new viruses killing animals too. Pretty sure it's one of the world phases, or maybe there is some sort of energy shift that's occurring. It's going to affect maybe the weather, earthquakes, and viruses. Well, it could be a little bit over the top. Alright, 2 clicks to go. Come on, one more. Well, that's good. If I can finish this, I can finish up the mission, make that the fucking video title. Monria success. Let's hope I didn't fuck up the recording again. Better not jinx it. Yeah! Mission complete. Alright. Alright, to give you guys an idea, I bought 30 pet of supplies twice to complete this mission. So, if I throw everything into the trade terminal, just for an experiment to see what it comes to, let's check it out. Whoops. And oh yeah, Alright, so that was about 60 ped initial investment to start my crafting. And then I got 56 ped back in loot. So the 2 runs cost me about 3 ped and 94 pec. So that's not so bad. And then when you look at my inventory, I almost forgot. Not only that, but they did give me 3 blueprints on Monria. And each one of these 3 blueprints technically has a markup. Did I get basic bearings 3 times? Isn't that a little fucked up? If anyone on Monria, have you noticed this? They're giving a lot of weird blueprints, like the same one over and over. And technically, I could sell the explosive projectiles for maybe a ped or 2 markup if I'm lucky. Or the metal residue, if I save up enough. But this is where it comes into how big is your run, right? Like if I'm only doing a 30 or 60 ped run, I'm not going to build up enough projectiles or metal residue to sell a huge stack, make a decent markup return. But if you saved up your ped on Calypso or from Entropia partners, built it up to like 200 ped, then use that 200 ped to do a giant run of explosive projectiles 1, you may even hit a fucking recycle print. Especially if you're not on Monria. But anyways, yeah, if you are on Monria and you hit it, boom, you're going to be making like an extra 100 ped loot on top of it. So this is where in crafting you actually have a chance. I don't know, how did everyone like the odds here? Did it seem like a waste of ped to spend that much? Let me show you the hub reward. Holy shit, let's go. 4 minutes. Now people, when I was in radio, they're always like, hey man, stop looking at the clock. And I'm like, man, I gotta see how much time of the show's left. Time is money. Tiger! Now I figure I'll throw in the occasional tiger. If anyone's seen the tiger episode, post it in the chat. Now where the tiger episode comes from is the materials required to make the mankinis and bikinis. If anyone has some tiger eye for me, just give me a shout. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I think I put a bid on it. I should check to see if I want it. Duh. Right, so once you complete the Monria crafting mission, you got the 500, you come back to Neo. You can see those giant fucking swirls there, people completing it. Alright, so let's try to do a good thumbnail for this one. Here it says, you can move it so you can see it. Here it says you win an increase of engineering by 75 pec. 75 pec might not sound a lot, but watch this. Didn't get any levels up. No, I jinxed it that time. Last time I did it, it was enough skills for me to get a level up. Really, what I should have done was before and after, show you the difference and how much skills I got, but fuck that up. Anyways, so that's how you do the Monria crafting mission. I don't want to bash how I did the video too much, at least I tried. Maybe I'll come back and do another Monria crafting video in a few weeks or months, depending how things pan out on other planets. Alright, big shout out to the Monria community. Thanks to everyone for helping me collect sweat here, that was a lot of fun. And thanks to everyone who watched the videos, shared them and shit. Really appreciate that. Alright, in tomorrow's episode, what I'll be doing is I think I'm going to fly to Calypso, drop by, say hi to everyone, see what's going on with the migration event, show how it's pretty cool when you get a whole bunch of skills there, by even just dying and not even spending any ped. But maybe I'll also fire a few shots to see if there's like a shared loot mob that I can get any decent globals from. I don't want to be chasing globals, but show people an easy way on how to do it without breaking the bank. Alright, so yeah, that's been pretty fun. Today's episode was good. I liked completing that. Yeah, you can see it only takes 2 episodes, or an hour each, if you want to do a full crafting run. So that's not too long. And if you're doing it quickly without it live streaming, you could probably do it in an hour and a half. Alright, so as far as insects and animals, birds, what kind of stuff? I said I was going to get something prepared and I fucking forgot again. So what should I work on this time? How about a poodle? poodle happens to have explosive diarrhea, or no, that's what I was going to say, not a poodle. If a poodle happens to be walking near a pig, and the pig has explosive diarrhea, and it gets into your vaporizer, and you vaporize that and tastes like ped, and then give the video a dislike. And did you know that that's another acronym for PED? I never noticed. Like, I always make fun of the name that we have for our currency in Entropia, PED. And I found out that PED is actually also a disease, and it's named for porcupine epidemic diarrhea. So it's like, or explosive diarrhea, that's what it was. So I was like, our currency in the game is actually named after a type of diarrhea. So how's that for an Entropia fact for you today? And I hope you liked all the other Monria information as well. Maybe we can petition Mindark to change the name of PED, so we're not using pig's diarrhea for currency. Alright, thanks for watching everyone. Make sure you check all the links and stuff below. If you sign up and make some PED or on the cashback and credit cards, I bet you'll be happy you did. Or you'll get your credit card information stolen and you'll be cursed and me like, damn you. No, that only happened to me once doing it. Alright, see you everyone, take care, and, well yeah, make sure you never buy the products from my sponsor, because it will ruin your life. Remember, check out this playlist, and the subscribe button. If you haven't hit that subscribe button already, I don't know what you've been up to. Are you higher than me?